Hey guys, what's going on? Hope y'all are having a great day. I myself am not having that great of a day, and I'm gonna tell you why. Actually, I'm gonna start off with asking y'all a question. Have y'all ever blown up a motor? Because it seems like on this day, I have. Let's take a look. All right guys, so I'm pretty sure this motor is completely toast. We were driving on the interstate. Yeah, you can see the pools of oil just everywhere. Especially down there. Jesus Christ. All up there. All the splashes. There's oil everywhere in this thing. Down there. Took the air intake off just to take a look. Thought there was gonna be oil in the manifold. Everything's clean in here. No oil in the intake. Just a whole bunch of piled up oil just everywhere. See if we can take a look. There's some down here. Just it dripping. As y'all can see right there. It still cranks up and runs. And all that, I really don't have an explanation for it. We're about to go to a shop and see what we can do with it real quick. It's a Saturday and it's already 12 o'clock here, so I don't know how much we'll get done, but I'll definitely come back with an update. I guess let's start from the beginning. We were out of town, about 4 hours away. We were just driving to go get some breakfast. And it was just literally the start of the day, driving normal, nothing crazy. We were in manual mode. Going onto the interstate, everything's good. End up giving it full throttle and not realizing I was still in manual mode. It redlined super hard, and as soon as it shifted, caught back up, and I was still on throttle. Not all the way, but I let off, still in throttle, and I look back at the side view mirror and there's nothing but smoke just coming out from the back. I can't tell if it's exhaust or just somewhere underneath the car. I can just see just a huge cloud of smoke. Somebody just did a fat burnout in the middle of the interstate, and it was there for like 5-10 seconds until it started to dwindle down. I thought everything was normal. I didn't even think about it too hard. There was no engine code. I didn't hear no knocking. The motor was still on, still going, no problems. So I checked the oil temp, and the oil temp is at 320 degrees Fahrenheit. And it usually is at 200 degrees. So for it to jump all the way up to 320 had me completely shocked. So obviously I had already thrown it back in drive because I was like, I'm not even gonna mess with the pedals right now. And we pull over on the side of the interstate into a parking lot, some shade. We pop the hood, and like I said, everything's normal. I checked the hood and there's nothing but oil, like y'all saw on the clip before. And it was just everywhere. I didn't know what was going on. I go turn off the car and clean all that up. We call a shop about 10 minutes away, see if they take a look at it, which shouts out to them. Tire Plus in Jacksonville for taking me in the middle of the day, have a mechanic come out and take a look with me. So they did. The only thing we could come up with is I had a plug on this intake that was plugging this up. This was not here before. I got this after the fact. But there was a plug here that was just completely plugging this off. So there was nowhere for the pressure to be released from. So instead it kind of got shoved back in through the intake manifold. And the only thing we could come up with is there was so much pressure buildup, it shoved it back in and it came out of the catch can hose. Come later on, the pressure actually gets back up to normal driving. It gets up to like 30 psi where it usually is, and if you give it a little bit more throttle, it jumps up to like 40, which is usually typically where it's at. So I was thinking it was okay. Maybe it was just the fact that it had too much pressure, so that's why I bought the breather. So if there's too much pressure, again, it gets released, no problem. I did do a pull on the interstate on the way back. Like I said, we were 4 hours away, so we had to drive it back. very carefully. But at one point I was like, the car's acting just fine, let's do a pull. I know it's really dumb, but just to figure out to see if it would do anything. You know, the tire or the oil pressure was perfectly fine throughout the whole pull. Went up to 40, a little bit past 40, and, you know, fluctuated like it does on these cars. Everything was good. It pulled hard, like as if nothing happened. But at the end of the pull, it threw out a little bit of a smoke. Again, not nearly as bad. It was just like a little puff of black and white smoke. So there's definitely oil getting into the exhaust because the back is just covered again. It's ridiculous. And got home and kind of just assessed everything, took everything apart, took the manifold out, and found a good bit of oil underneath the intake manifold. There was a bunch of oil just puddled up right here. You can kind of see like the residue there. Not too much towards the back, but just towards the front. And all this, just, geez, a lot of wear. And just all the oil just puddled up down in here. It's a whole bunch. And here on the intake manifold, you can kind of see right there. And right up under there. Just a good amount of oil. So that's a rip. There was a little thing of a little piece of metal in the catch can whenever I checked it before we left. So I don't really know at this point. It's got to go to the Chevy dealership hopefully Monday. It's closed right now, it's the weekend, but it sucks, but it's life. It happens, especially as car people. Cars break, we'll fix them, they'll break again. It's just what goes down. I just did not expect for this to happen, unfortunately. Especially being 4 hours away, I was panicking hard. So shouts out to my boy Juan that was with me, basically there the whole time, kind of keeping me level-headed and helping me out through everything. I know it was stressful for him too. It was super stressful for me, but we made it back home. It'll be to the dealership hopefully Monday, and hopefully get some answers. Like I said, I mean, it's driving fine, so maybe it's not too bad, but then again, it can be. I don't know too much about him besides just taking a look at it visually, and we'll see where we go from there. I hate that this is the video that I got to bring y'all, but y'all are going to be part of this, so I'm going to have y'all through every step. And hopefully the next video y'all see will have either good news or some news to do with the Camaro. See you in the next one.